is waiting for you. Please place the coins.
I heard about Haxi. Impressive work. Grand as this is, that doesn't work.
Conceived in chaos, birthed in stolen magic, torn from fate, child of two fathers, treacheries in treacheries, winter is broken. The puppet king upon his throne, drinking flattery and lies. The power that grows in him is not his own. In the east it did begin, as it will end, From behind the veil she screams. Madness and rage. Madness and rage. We realize this may be confusing for you. Fate, like the Fae, cannot be changed. But the Tuatha are Fae who have become something new, and you are a mortal who is free from Fate's weave. Gadflow claims that the Tuatha are the work of his new god. If the Tuatha are the creations of a god, what does that make you? The time of the Fae is passing. Our land and our souls are diminishing. Few Fae even realize that the great cycle is shifted. Gadflow's war means the death of us all, Fae and mortal alike. It is written in the weave that we shall all pass from this world together. It is too late for us, but not for you. That is the fate which I look to you to change. The power of a god in the brash hands of a mortal. This is why Niralim fears what you might become. This age has seen much change. Change we once thought was impossible. We were wrong. That is how I understand it now. You are intertwined with the power in Alabastra. There can be no doubt of that. We do not know what will happen when you travel there, but we know that the power behind Gadflow is your ultimate goal. His god holds your answer, and the fate of this world. I thank you. And perhaps you can help change our world's fate as well. I have seen those who were destined to be heroes, for whom great deeds came naturally. They come, they act, and they pass on as written. You do great things not because you must, but because you choose to. That is by far a far truer greatness. Admirable. But strength of will cannot see you through this alone. You may be unbound by fate, but you are not free from death. Speak with your allies. Only with their aid can you hope to overcome the forces that stand against you. Since our kind returned to this world so long ago, it has been my honor to serve as High King of the Summer Court. My rule was always shared with the High King of the Winter Court, until Gadflow arose. Now both of our people are in peril. Our cold cousins across the sea. Do not think the Winter Court our enemies, for we love them as family, dismal though they may be. Oh, to walk in their starlit gardens once again, or sip their calming stone tea. But the Tuatha have consumed them, and all of their wonders are lost.
I couldn't make out half of what the king was saying, but it sounds like you've got your work cut out for you. Good thing you won't be facing it alone. In fact, I think I've got a lead on finding an old friend of ours. Old Fomorous Hughes, of course. If anybody can help, it's bound to be the gnome who brought you back to life. I've been asking around and I was able to make contact with his superior. He thinks he might be able to help find Hughes. All gnome scholars have a Templar who sponsors their research, and apparently Hughes' sponsor, Templar Octien, is desperate to find him. Go southwest to the Hollowlands and Detir. Octien will be waiting there to discuss how you might reach Hughes.
Who would have thought you were so interesting? Death seems to have worked out very well for you. Agarth's looking for escape, Neuralim's looking for a savior, and Tatarian is looking for a champion, and somehow, you're giving everyone what they want. I'm impressed. You're right. This won't be easy. The Tuatha have our forces under siege at Mel Senshir, and their power has only grown over the years. You'll need more help than just me and that old Fate Weaver. You'll need an army. A few years ago, one warrior could have slipped past unnoticed, but stealth is no longer an option, not even for me. But there is hope. In the plains of Erethel there waits a player who has been away from this game for far too long. It is time to contact General Telera. Meet me in the village of Emer, and I will tell you everything. General Telera was in charge of our forces to the east in Cluracan, but a decade ago, Witch Knight Malwyn and his Tuatha army drove her forces back. Since then, she's been looking for some way to take back the land she lost and regain her honor. You might be just the help she needs. We are the charmed, the subtle, and the inspired. In happier days, we were the loftiest of the mortal races. We despise open war. But for decades, the Tuatha have been at war with us, pushing into our lands and forcing us to take up arms. Be on your way.
Any luck finding the old gnome?
Are you hiding from trouble too? What brings you out here? What brings you out here?
Olene will not tell you of this. She disapproves of pride. She does embody nature's truth, a sharp and silent, simple truth. And yet Olene will always shine among the ballad's lore. For humble though her carriage be, a greater knight we'll never see.
They were the harbingers of the fall, these children of dust. And they lit the forest with their fires, and then split it with their blades. We crept back, shapeless in the darkness, silent in the trees. The shadows are few in this age of mortals. The light beckons.
Hail, Wanderer. Would you spare a moment? I have a favor to ask you. Not much to speak of. Just another soul wandering the plains, trying to get by. It was not always the empty place you see now, but it has become little more than a stopping point between Dalentarth and Rathir for travelers. In appearances, perhaps, I'm just an alpha that needs your help. I have a few belongings to sell, and unfortunately, I've done little to endear myself to Aiton's folk. Will you sell them in my stead? The arrangement is simple. I give you an item, and you sell it. I take a cut, you keep the profit. And will repeat until I have nothing to sell. Understand? I thought you had the look of a trader about you. I have several items for you to sell. If you prefer, you could just buy them all now from me and sell them later. As you wish. The items are in acceptable condition, if nothing else, but they might stand a little polish here and there. Take my silverware, for example. It's somewhat tarnished, but Ban Ron could use the metal. If you melted it down, he'd likely pay more for it. I want you to sell it. Ban Ron, the local smithy, will have use for the silver, I'm sure. If you process the silver down to a raw form, he might pay more for it.
Welcome to Aiton.
Welcome to the smithy. Welcome to the clanging hammer. Don't see many new faces in Aiton these days. My forge is open. I've seen this before. I made these for Ratifer, back when he was still lording over us. I suppose the war finally caught up with him. That was good silver if I recall. But I've many other jobs to deal with before I'll get to salvaging it. Fine, here's some coin. Forge is yours whenever you need.
We have to conclude this business quickly. I need this money as soon as you can get it. I never thought I'd see the day when I'd be happy to see such a paltry sum. I suppose the townsfolk are happy on my behalf. But let the past lie. I've another item for you. My kerchief. Slightly, worn, but the material is special. Of the sort alchemists employ for handling reagents. Askel Thorin might buy it. He's a stubborn one, but he's weak at haggling. See what you can get out of him.
For a minute I thought the damn Freeman had fancied to rob me. Welcome. I offer some alchemical items if you are interested. So, Ratifer's new errand runner is here. Ratifer's been in town for years, but this is the first time I've heard anything from him since he returned from Tewilly over 10 years ago. A messy business, not unlike alchemy. I've seen that rag of his, and I know its virtues. I'll part with some coin for it. Very well.
What is it you need, stranger? How go my affairs? And I hope you've gotten out of Askell what you wanted for it. I have another item I want you to sell. A pair of daggers. Finwick Ivor collects weapons, gaudy, gem-encrusted ceremonial ones, but weapons nonetheless. Some gem socketing may be of use. Take whatever you can for them. Just get them out of my sight.
Stranger to Ayton, I'm the law in this town. Keep the peace and you are welcome to stay. If not, then you had best leave. If you need to trade, visit Banron, our smithy, and Askell deals in alchemy, and there's a general dealer staying at the inn. Ratifer's runner? These daggers. You can't mean to say he had them after all these years. These are his prize from the Battle of Gallifore Fields, where Oriator and Ratifer pushed the Tuatha back to the coast. I'll buy them from you, certainly. Keep the peace.
What is it you need, stranger? How go my affairs? Good. Sell this ring as well. There is a recluse who lives on the edge of town, Nell. The ring meant something to her long ago. Age has taken its luster, but the potion from an acid solution will make it shine once more. Nell will pay handsomely for that, I think.
Strangers strange come to Ayton. Few come by these roads nowadays. A hard gaze falls on Ayton. Many are the burdens and few are the reliefs. Someone must go to Ayton Circle. Someone must call the Erethel. 10 years after Ratifer's squires and pages died, another comes back to me bringing this ring. It's as green and old as my heart. But if Ratifer put a part of himself out for sale, it's fitting that I buy it. I have a trove of my own out here. Take it. Just leave the ring. A circle of the windstones nearby. When the voices from its stones sing a certain melody, the Erethel will come and end our tribulations. Each stone is a voice in the song. When all have sung in their part, the Erethel will appear. But if not, dark things for these dark times will show instead. The stones. I am unworthy. I do not think they will sing to me. You must go. It must be you. Make the stones sing their song. You will? Ayton Circle is to the south of town. Each stone carries a note of the song. In the right order, they form the song as it was to be sung. But they will not suffer a cacophony. If the songs you play will not call the Erethel, it will call darker things for these dark times. Everyone knows the song. It starts on the highest note and descends down the scale. Wait a moment. Perhaps it was start at the lowest note and descend up. Well, something like that anyway. Flutter away.
What is it you need, stranger? How go my affairs? That was a hard thing to let go of, but it needed to be done. There is one last thing I need to divest myself of. My charter. The one that shows my ancestry. It is in the ruins of my family's estate, Corgan Hold. Its buyer is Gordon Lott, the innkeep. Give it to him whatever he asks for it. In Corgan Hold, it was an ancestral home for the Ratafurs, but since I've abandoned it, darker things lurk there now. It's been 10 years since I took the young of Aten and failed to come back with them. Their families, their loved ones, I couldn't look them in their faces. I could never understand what they went through, but knowing was enough.
Strange creatures, these mortals. They wake, they work, they worry. It is a joyless undertaking, life. The wolds now bear the mark of time, of smoke and frailty, and there is more. A wearying of magic. Did these mortals bring it with them in their tents and wagons? Or is it a symptom of something much more sinister?
Draw your weapon! No. No! Please help, stranger. Madness from the river tainted the grain. Eating grain breeds sickness in the mind. We need help. I need your help. The river, something in the water, grows into the grain. Oh, the grain's meant to be shipped to Melsenshire, but can't spread madness. Crenault. Go to Crenault. Strange man, Jenica, travelled there. Must have done something. Poison river with madness. Aiton, no help. If grain reaches troops, end up like Denry, caged, murderous. Jenica, tainted water, Crenault. By the gods, these visions!
Oft here have Fey-born friends stood and gazed on ancient stone. Oft too have Alfar and humans stood just the same, silent, searching. From crumbling rubble what hymns rise from their yearning hearts. The children of dust deny no gods. They stroke these stones like statues, Hand of Enodon, Hem of Lyria. As we gaze down from our high hill and feel the last warm touch of the sun on our backs, we wonder, is this the end of our endless day? What hope have we in these changing seasons when winter comes and does not abate? We watch, cold and dying, at what may be our final sunset.
You've come back. The waters flowing from Cranort have changed, I think, but not for the better. Denric grew violent, and I was forced to end him. But the river and grain remain tainted. Return to Cranort and see if you can find a solution. Ah.
Looking for potions? Very well. Looking for potions? Very well.
Good day. You should speak with Askell if you're here to shop. He won't even let me keep the books anymore after my last mistake. I want to help him, but he won't let me near his ledgers. Well, if you can undo my mistake, perhaps Askell will let me help him again. I sent out several invoices the other day, but I made a slight arithmetic error that might cost us dearly. None of the customers seem to have noticed yet. Can you recollect those invoices discreetly? Oh, thank you. There's 5 invoices in total. 4 went to the townsfolk. The last was to go to the Warsworn Fortress, Helmgard, with a traveling merchant. When you have them all, bring them back to me. Oh, and don't mention this to Askel. Nice talking to you.
A customer?
Welcome to the smithy.
Good day.
Finally, someone who doesn't look like they'd keel over in a gentle breeze. The name's Kelly Sen, and no, I'm not from around Ayton. Looking to kill a little time? I have a cup and some dice. Care to toss for some coin? Or perhaps I could read your cards. Very well. Let's each bet a small purse of coin to keep things interesting. There's 2 games we can play. High roll, whoever rolls higher wins, or range roll. Guess a range of numbers for you to roll in. Which will it be? All right, let's toss the dice. Well, I guess I didn't win after all. Care to dice again? Very well. What numbers do you think you're going to roll within? Very well. Let's see what the dice show. Well, I guess I didn't win after all. Care to dice again? Well, if you change your mind, I'll be here. Another time, maybe.
There's a bed if you're stopping over, a tankard if you're thirsty, and a fire to warm by in the Golden Plains Inn. always open.
You have played the song, and the Arethel did not come. I had thought that something might change, but no. The blessings of the heavens will never come, just as the lost of Aten can never be recovered. Thank you, stranger, for showing me this. Flutter away.
Welcome to Aten.
Everything is clear now, but Denrid is gone and I need atonement. I shall have it.
Ah!